Flick was a tiny firefly. He had big dreams, but his light was very dim. It flickered softly. It wasn't bright like his friends. Flick wished his light shone brightly. He wanted to join the other fireflies. They lit up the night sky beautifully. He just felt small and insignificant. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the fireflies would gather in the forest clearing. It was a magical time when the world seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the show to begin. They would put on a dazzling show, their tiny bodies lighting up the night like 1,000 stars. The forest would come alive with their glow, creating a mesmerizing dance of lights. Their lights twinkled and danced, weaving intricate patterns in the air. It was a sight to behold, a symphony of light that captivated anyone who watched. Flick watched from a distance, his tiny heart filled with longing. He admired the other fireflies, wishing he could be a part of their beautiful display. He wished he could join them, to feel the warmth of their light and the joy of their company. But he always stayed on the sidelines, feeling like an outsider. He longed to be part of their magical display, to share in the wonder and the beauty of their nightly performance. But something always held him back. But his light was too weak, a mere flicker compared to the bright, shining lights of the others. He felt inadequate, his confidence dimmed by his own faint glow. He felt invisible in their bright company, overshadowed by their brilliance. No matter how hard he tried, his light never seemed to shine as brightly. One night, Flick gathered his courage and got close to the other fireflies. He wanted to be included, to feel like he belonged. He wanted to be included, to be part of their world. He approached them with hope in his heart, hoping they would accept him. But then he overheard them talking about him. His heart sank as he listened to their words. "Look at Flick's little light," one whispered, the words cutting through the night like a knife. Another chuckled, "It's barely a flicker." The laughter that followed was like a cold wind, chilling Flick to the core. Flick's heart sank. He had always tried to fit in, to be like the other fireflies, but no matter how hard he tried, he always felt different. Their words stung like a bee sting. They mocked his dim light, making him feel like he didn't belong. He felt small and ashamed. Every night he would sit alone, wondering why he was different. He didn't want to be laughed at anymore. The laughter of the other fireflies echoed in his mind, a constant reminder of his isolation. He decided to leave the meadow. It was a difficult decision, but he knew he had to find a place where he could be himself. He flew away into the dark forest. The trees loomed tall and menacing, but he felt a strange sense of freedom. It was scary and quiet. The silence was almost deafening, but it was a welcome change from the mocking laughter. But at least he was alone. He could finally think without the constant noise of the meadow. He didn't have to worry about his dim light. In the darkness of the forest, his light seemed to blend in. Flick flew deeper and deeper. The trees grew thicker and the forest became more mysterious. The forest was darker than he imagined. Shadows danced around him, creating eerie shapes. He felt a little scared, but he kept going. He knew that somewhere in this vast forest he would find his place. Suddenly, Flick heard a voice. "Help me! I'm trapped!" The voice was faint but filled with desperation. Flick's tiny heart raced as he scanned the dark forest, trying to locate the source of the cry. An owl was caught in a thorny bush. It couldn't get free. The more it struggled, the more entangled it became. Flick could see the fear in the owl's eyes. "My light is so small," thought Flick, "but maybe, just maybe, I can help." Flick flew closer, his tiny light flickering with determination. He shone his light on the thorns. The soft glow illuminated the sharp, menacing thorns, revealing a path for the owl to follow. It wasn't much, but it was enough. The owl could now see a way out, guided by Flick's gentle light. The owl carefully picked its way through the thorns. Each step was cautious, but with Flick's light it managed to avoid the worst of the thorns. "Thank you!" hooted the owl. "You saved me!" Flick was surprised. He had never thought his small light could make such a big difference. His small light had made a difference. Flick's glow seemed to shine even brighter now. Filled with a newfound confidence, he felt a warm glow inside. It was a feeling of pride and happiness, knowing he had helped someone in need. It wasn't from his light, but from helping someone in need. Flick flew away, his heart light and his spirit soaring, ready for whatever adventure awaited him next.